Goodness. Well, it seems as if this platform does not want me to go live with anyone. Obviously, I can stream live solo here, but I tried multiple times to include a co host, a guest. No luck. Oh, man. All right. Welcome to the Welcome to the Dirty Dojo. I'm your host, Sifu Z, and this is like a little Q&A. Yeah, yeah. Uh, the weather has been very unstable in this region of the Sierra Nevadas, so we've had to postpone and do these sorts of things on the fly. And I got 5 bars, so I don't know. I got 5G going. I got 4 bars. There's not 5 bars, there's four. I've got a full 4 bars running on 5G. So it's got to be a YouTube thing. Yeah. It's funny. Every time something goes wrong with YouTube, I think it's the end of the world. All right. If you're new to this channel, the Dirty Dojo is in respect to martial art training and health and fitness. Welcome. I have been a lifelong fitness and martial arts practitioner, instructor, Sifu. And yeah, this is just a sort of kickback, sort of a session, just a, if not a Q&A, just a sort of an update, a hey, what's going on? I'm still here. A haircut check, if anything. Boy, my hair, the hairs are getting unruly. Uh, yes, I am Sifu Z. This is the Dirty Dojo live stream coming to you from the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas, about 45 minutes west of the Lake Tahoe region. And it's an okay day. It's overcast. I think the weather has overcast slated in for the next week at least. It doesn't help that YouTube has been acting up. It did this I don't know if it was last week or it did this the last time I attempted to stream. It has been doing this. And this particularly. Now there's a word, particularly. That's 5 syllables. Yes, particularly when I try to uh, bring on a guest, it won't go live. So the next thing I'll attempt to do is update the YouTube app. Perhaps that will solve the issue. Probably should have done that first time a while ago. Although it has been uh, although it has been overcast and rainy, there have been breaks in the rain that's allowed me to train. So even if I have to move the training day to the next day, within 48 hours, there's going to be a little clearance where I'm able to train. So it hasn't really disrupted my training program. What this weather has mostly disrupted was my ability to do live streams. That and YouTube acting up, where I can't get my my co-host, what they call your guest. There's an audience, and then there's your guests. That's how YouTube works it. Everyone watching now would be the audience, and typically I would have my guest, Sifu Chad, on board here. So yeah, we'll update the apps if that's the issue or not, and we'll see how that goes. You know, with technology and everything is falling into the uncertainty principle. Boy, Heisenberg was way more profound than I think people give him credit for. Yes, the uncertainty principle. So what's going on, guys? Who's here? Where you hailing from? Where are you watching from? Yeah. How's the weather where you are at? Uh, it's March right now, and February and March seem to be my least content-driven months, or at least that's what my memory serves. If my memory serves me correct, yes, I think that those are the 2 months because of the weather and whatnot. Again, if you're new to the channel, I'm a nomad. I mostly live outdoors or in my vehicle, and hopefully I'm traveling. A lot of times, for one reason or another, I'll have to be static. Uh, I'm kind of biting at the bit right now to get back on the trail, so to speak. So just waiting for the correct opportunity. So yeah, let me see. Yesterday was day 2 of a 3-day-a-week program, and uh, my shoulder or my arms, I don't know, something on one side of my body or another was hurting, and I was sort of stressing if I was going to be able to do the next workout. And it turns out the day 2 is predominantly lower body. So I got a good jog in, and yeah, I only got around the course 2.5 times in 20 minutes. But I'm going all the way up the hill and all the way down the hill. So I've actually made the course a little longer. So yeah, so that's where I stand right now, is 2.5 times around. I want to try to get to 3, but I've really pushed the bar up or down, so to speak. I don't know which way the bar. And then did my lower body workout. Wasn't a problem. And now whatever was bothering me in my upper body has had a chance to heal. It's Friday right now. Typically, if the weather's good, it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, 3-day-a-week. But because of the weather, I've had to stagger, so it's been Tuesday, Thursday. Now, because day 2 is all lower body, a lot of times I can do like a back to back instead of staggering them every other day. I can actually do it back to back. I don't think it messes with anything really. I mean, ideally, you want a full day of rest and recovery, but because it's a staggered body part, like day 1 and day 2, you would want to do back to back, or day 1 and day 3, you would want to do back to back. Hey, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. All right, Sifu Dad at least stop by in the chats. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I don't know. Why am I speaking louder now? As if like you're further away. Yeah, I've been trying to invite you for a couple, maybe 2 or 3 sessions now, and it isn't letting me bring a guest on board. I don't know what's up. So I'm going to try um, reloading the app, updating the app, see if there's an update available or something, and see if that fixes the issue. So, yeah, it's really weird. So, but yeah, no worries. This is just a Q&A, a sort of update just to let everybody know we're still here, still rocking and rolling. And maybe after this week, the weather will start getting better. I think in a handful of days from now, we got sun in the forecast. Eventually, it's just going to get stupid hot. April typically for this region is perfect, but yeah, we don't know if that's going to happen this April. Hopefully. So, um, and then once the weather starts stabilizing, boom, back into the mountains. Oh, we might even have to go back while the snow is still there. Yeah. So as long as the sun is shining, snow ain't no problem. Yeah. For the co-lives, I'll be available for the co-lives should they allow us in the upcoming weeks. Okay, yeah. Thank you for letting me know that. Um, yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's just I gotta update the app or something. Who knows? But yeah, I tell you what, this is a luxurious spot to stream from. I mean, it's just overlooks this neighborhood and everything, and the whole disc golf range. Beautiful disc golf course. Yeah. So beautiful spot. 4 bars, 5G. Sound like an autistic person. It's 4 bars, 5G. Bring it closer here. All right, yeah. So my personal workout training session has been going good. Body is cooperating thus far. Knock on wood. And I'm really looking forward to the weather clearing up so we can get more group training both in the fitness and also in the martial art department. I shared with you guys my day 3, which is a full body routine. So if you're part of the Patreon group, then you have access to that. And we've just been stalled. We've been fenced out. We've been, I don't know how you would describe that. Mother Nature and technology has not been cooperating, but I've been trying to get day 1 and day 2 up for you guys. So that's coming up. And also we've been trying to get the ball routine. I have a ball and string routine that I want to share with you guys. So that's all coming up. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that. And what's coming up for all you Wing Chun students out there, part of the Patreon, we are definitely focusing this summer on Chum Q. No, not Chum Q. On Bar Chom Do and the pole form. So, all right, Sifu Chad, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you. Let me know if you are available for the Outside Freak stream. And Otherwise, I'll see you the next stream. Next Friday, I'm pretty sure we're on. So I don't think we need to go to the erratic flash stream. I think we can stick with our program. So next Friday should be good. We'll see. And then I'll see you for the Outside Freak. We do another channel. It's called Outside Freak at the Freak Outside. So if you're looking for it, it's Outside Freak at Freak Outside. And yeah, we do a live stream over there. It's more of a casual stream. Oh, really? You're going to rain. Thanks. I might have to cut this one short. Let's see how serious this rain is going to get on me. Let's see. So yes, we've got day 1 and day 2 workouts coming up on this channel. You can catch them if you're not part of our Patreon. You can catch them live, but you have to be subscribed and hit the notification bell. And then when we go live, you'll be able to catch us there. Once we do the stream, they aren't live anymore, and they're then only available for our Patreon members. So if you're interested in getting access to the whole archive of the live stream training sessions, then yeah, just go on over to Patreon and join us over there. The our membership fee is next to nothing. Yeah, it's so how they say, so inexpensive. We're giving it away. No, I think that's how they said. Price is so low, we're practically giving them away. I think. Anyway, am I showing my age? Does no one ever remember that spiel? That advertising spiel? All right. I think one of the interesting things to talk about, unless someone comes up with some interesting questions, and before the rain decides to shut me down, I could move over. I'm going to move over underneath the tree more. That might help. There you go. Oh, see, it's as if you're sitting next to me here. Yeah, there's going to be rain. Dang it. Now, I've gone over what the future plans of the channel is, what we're going to be working on. Our Friday, once a week Friday live streams are probably going to start being more regular. As long as this weather passes like it says it's going to. However, I think the future of not just the channel, but the future of the internet and the future of America, of civilization. Maybe that's way too deep. I think you have to go to the Outside Freak channel for that sort of thing. But there are things worth mentioning, and that is when you have certain types of instability, then it makes it hard, right? Makes it hard to organize online and to do things online, especially if you're a nomad. Maybe I'm speaking in particular to being a nomad. There's a lot of challenges just being a nomad, let alone the instabilities that we come across, be it technical difficulties, incompatibility difficulties, weather. But the whole AI disruption, I would say there's a huge technology disruption thing that is happening and is probably going to get worse. Probably don't need to get into it, but yeah, a lot of systems are vulnerable to um, disgruntled factions. I think that's probably the best way to say it. From within the technologies, from inside and from outside of those technologies. And so I, I'm not being a fatalist, but I think it's just worth keeping it on the burner, keeping it in our understanding that we really have to focus on being self-motivated. And I think that really is the answer to the question of what do we do with unstable technologies. Well, one thing that the technologies do is it really makes us addicted, um, needing of those technologies. Everything works off of these technologies. Uh, but I don't think it would be a bad idea to operate as much as you can in the real world outside of those technologies. I know the technology is part of the real world, but what would you do if the technology just stopped working? I mean, all of society would be in a lot of trouble. But what would you do? And sometimes it only stops working for certain factions, certain people, certain subscribers, right? Because all of us have been boiled down to subscribers. We're all subscribed to some sort of um, platform, right? So there's all sorts of ways that this can go, but I think we can be ready for it by focusing on systems that don't require the technology. Martial arts, fitness it's good to have the technology. We can connect, we can share information, we can keep each other informed on our status and our um, discoveries and our explorations of fitness and martial arts, and that's great. But the kung fu masters of way back when, yeah, they didn't have any of this. So we're in a great um, system. We have a great system within Wing Chun, within Kung Fu, and within um, fitness, health and fitness. And the one thing that we kind of have to muster up more so than anything else is this self-motivation, which is a good thing. We don't have to always rely on our community to sort of drive us, although it's a wonderful luxury to have a community to help motivate us to keep getting better at our martial art or keep getting better in our health, developing our health. It's wonderful. It's a great luxury to have a community in order to do that. But we're not here for each other 24/7. We could be, but we're not here for each other 24/7. I don't think we'd want to be, right? I mean, it's nice to have a community at least once a week to get together and to share essentially and communicate cooperate and coordinate, dare I say. Yeah. However, you still have the rest of the week. And then if our meeting is disrupted by technology or weather, then we may not see each other for a week or two, right? So I think it's really important to be self-motivated. And so one of the things I'd like to really have all of us focus on is, what can we do to be more self-motivated? Let's share our self-motivation stories, if we can, maybe here down in the comments. Again, these videos are only live, or only public while they're live. Sometimes I'll leave them up. I might leave this one up for a day or two before it goes private and into the archive for our Patreon members. Again, our Patreon, well, I don't think I've said it, so again, isn't the right way to approach that. Patreon.com/Sifu Z. Go on over there if you want to join us and get access to all kinds of training video archives. Yes, self-motivation. You know, maybe I'm cheating here, but all I have to do is look in the mirror or do a live stream and I see my aging self, and that motivates the hell out of me. So I might be cheating. But, and everyone has different motive operandi. I'm pretty vain, I guess. So when I see myself and I don't look good, it motivates me to do what I need to do in order to get up to snuff. But for some people, they're motivated by more than just vanity, right? Or different, their vanity is entertained in different ways. Some people, it's accomplishment, sports, defeating someone else. Yeah, I'm sure the motive operandi is vast. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think motives are typically common, but I wouldn't want to make that generalization, right? I think people have all kinds of motives. But you know what I mean? Like, if you're a dog person, then we all know what our motives are as dog people, right? If you have kids, we all know what your motives are if you have kids. Anyway. I think the main motivation that we might all share is freedom. Now, freedom is one of them words that get thrown around a lot. So let's define what I mean by freedom. But of course, we can only attain so much freedom as a symbiotic creature. Yeah, humans are, as long as they're working properly, they're a symbiotic creature. Right now, we're sort of functioning all as individuals, and that doesn't work. So we're experiencing that now, where people are operating under the illusion that they are individuals and separate from the rest. We're doomed to repeat history. But when we are operating at our best, we are, yeah. Man, it's so beautiful. And it's so difficult to carry on this conversation in a vacuum, but I'll try to finish. I can't tell if it's a turkey buzzard or a hawk or an eagle or even a crow. But boy, and the birds are chirping. So that's typically a sign that there's some sun coming and that the rain is passing. Yeah. All right. So anyway, self-motivation. We were talking about that. I was talking about that. And man, this hairdo is I've got to do something with this hairdo. That ain't even right. That's not right. Yeah. Yes, being healthy, huge, man. I mean, no matter how much money you have, how many monies, yeah, no matter no matter what sort of money, possessions, security you have, if you don't have your health, you're screwed. You're screwed. So I know there's a lot of economic inequalities and disparities going on, but that's not the focus. That shouldn't be the focus. It's sad that we have such disparity in America. That's just pathetic. It shows you the level of non-cooperation. Yeah, we should all be moving up. See, if everyone doesn't move up, then all you're going to have is this, the, what we have now, right? It's anyway. Like I said, I didn't mean to go into this in this channel. There's usually an outside freak subject matter where we can, uh, run free with the various philosophies. Here, no, the focus is on staying healthy and maintaining your martial art ability, your self-defense ability. That's the main reason for this channel. And so we'll kind of rein it in, make sure that's what we're focused on here, as usual. Basam Si boy, that's it's a difficult name to pronounce. Sleazai, Sleazai, Sleazi, Zai, Sleazai. Mm. That's going to take some explanation there. But Basam, I think Basam, I got that right. I'm very good. How are you? This is a martial arts channel. The discussion is martial arts, anything martial arts or health and fitness related. So if that's an interest of yours, welcome. What we're talking about, Basam, is self-motivation. Being self-motivated, especially when it's hard to count, or you shouldn't even count on social medias for this sort of thing. Because social media can be very disruptive if it's not working for you, and especially as a martial arts fitness person, if it's not uh, if it's not benefiting my martial arts or my exercise, then yeah, it's out. Yeah, no social media. So I've since 1994 I've been using social media in order to connect and do martial arts and fitness. So I've been doing this for a long time and using, and I'm not gonna lie, the social medias have crept in and have been disruptive. Not these days. I'm very, how shall we say, sober. I'm clean and sober from the social meds. That's what it is, social meds. So shy of being motivated by social, because social media could be good. It could motivate you and make you get up and do more, be more active, pursue your goals more. So if that's what social media does for you, awesome. But if it's all it's doing is motivating you, but you're not getting up to actually act on that motivation, that's where the problem is, right? So yeah, I'm pretty much not a big user of the social medias other than this platform here. If the functionality and the use of social medias change, then I would be more than happy to get back involved in using a lot of these different platforms, but most of them are just time wasters, unfortunately. There used to be programs, maybe there still are programs, but they're just not there yet, that would aggregate. You would stream from one platform and it would send it out to all these other various platforms. But all the other various platforms are so they don't behave themselves, and so if you don't keep track of how these platforms are using your content, you're probably not going to be very happy. So I stopped using aggregate programs and whatnot. So much functionality we had early on, and how that functionality is kind of stripped away and then sold back to the user of the platforms. It seems to be the paradigm there, the way they go about doing things. So, yes, being self motivated is critical. It's, and I would say if you don't have, if you can be motivated from within, I think that's a much stronger place to be. Because the socials, the platforms, the technology, that's not always going to be functional. I can say that for sure. It's not always going to be functional. It might always be there, but it's not always going to be functional. If I've learned anything over the years of using these various technological platforms, is they don't stay. Yeah, they don't stay functional. Their functionalities change, access to functionalities change. Um, so if you're a kind of person that really is motivated by the social medias, by external stuff, then you're somewhat uh, a slave, right? I mean, hey, we're all slaves to a certain degree. That's part of our symbiosis. Yeah, I got that. I understand. But to be as self motivated as you can possibly be isn't a bad goal. It's not a bad uh, skill set. Like I said, being older, I might be cheating. All I have to do is look in the mirror and go, "Oh man, I got to work out." I feel really good about working out these days. When I was younger, not so long ago, I felt the need to train almost every day, and it's taken me a while to feel comfortable with off days or days you don't train at all, you don't do anything. I mean, you do stuff, you're active, but you're not constantly training. And this is kind of valuable because we all only have so much time in the day. We only have so many years to our lives. And so if you're not training every day, that gives you more time to do other things. So for me, that's allowed me to focus more on things like music and skateboarding and magic and stuff like that. I don't get enough time doing either of those things. I really should say cutting back on my training has given me more time for music. I still haven't been able to scale back enough to get more skateboarding in and more magic practice in. No, but it's still a work in progress, right? But working out just 3 days a week, uh, fitness, and working out about that 2, 3 times a week, um, doing martial art type practice. That's been pretty good. It feels good. You're always, for me, I'm always, what's the word I'm trying to use? I don't want to say the word invigorated. I don't want to use gnawing at the bit, but I think that's the best way to put it, though. When you're only working out three days a week, you're gnawing at the bit to train, or at least that's how it works for me. Yeah. So I feel good now on my off days. I really am appreciating my off days of just trying to relax and eat and work on my diet, just take care of other things, enjoy other things. So, and it's interesting because I think fitness, the trends in fitness are very much following that path, meaning I think the fitness trend these days is less is more. I've heard 2 days, 3 days out of the week being um, prescribed to people by fitness influencers, I guess they are out there, right? Yeah, I've heard that a lot lately. I'm sure you've got the everyday or split levels and all that stuff. That still exists. But I think that has more to do with people that just are that had the same problem that I had, that just had to train every day. I think it's smarter to pull back and yeah, I think that's a smarter move. I'm not going to say anything against the people that want to train every day or almost every day. I get it, man. I understand. But it might not be a feature. It might be more of a bug than it is a feature. Let's just say it that. Or at some point, it may become more of a bug than a feature. You only got so much battery, right? You only got so much use of your joints and ligaments and stuff like that. I don't know. Some people are made of steel. Some people got the money to like just put steel and titanium where there used to be bone. So I'm more of the organic kind of a fitness guy. Yeah, I think work with what you got and try to make the original parts go as long as possible. Yeah. And they might not be perfect, but you can always just kind of be mindful of your body parts and how much they're getting used and abused. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm off of my soapbox now. Man, the Birds are all over the place. Yeah, I know, I heard you. So, all right, we're about 45 minutes into the stream. This is usually a 1 hour stream. When we're training, sometimes this can be as short as a 20-minute to half hour session. When we get back on schedule, obviously we're not on schedule right now. So, those of you that are on Patreon, you just hit the archive. There's hours upon hours upon hours of training on the archives. So, however, if you're sort of just dropping by, like I said, just subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be able to catch the live streams at the very least. I like that kind of methodology. I thought I was the only one doing that, but I'm noticing now that more and more streamers are sort of doing that. They'll do a live stream and then they'll take it out of the public domain, so to speak, and offer it onto their Patreon. And that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It mimics sticks and bricks, a more situation. Like if I had a school and I was conducting a class in the school, then people walking by the school would be able might look in and see that we're conducting a class, and they could be interested and check out the class. And then if they wanted to join the class, then they could. So it sort of mimics that situation where if you just happen to stumble upon us and you're interested in what we're doing, then there you go. It's a good introduction, a great way to see what you're getting involved with. And then you can join us over at patreon.com/Sifu Z. You join us there to get the archives and all kinds of stuff. We're 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 still building and sifting through all the Patreon content that we have up there. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So. Let's see. Anything else? Yes, this is so typically these Q&As and whatnot will kind of go on for about an hour where we're just kind of talking. The training sessions, once they start back up, usually are about 20 to 30 minutes. Open door. Anybody that catches the stream, subscribed, notified, catches the stream, you join us. Again, entertainment purposes only, train at your own risk. And then if you join us on Patreon and you, after you join us on Patreon, if you're interested in training with the group, there is a group of us that train together, and then I also train one-on-one with you guys. Then you can do that through the Patreon or the SifuZ.com site. So, yeah. But the main door, is here on YouTube, the YouTube channel, and then if you want more access, you could join us on Patreon, and then if you want to train with Sifu Z, me, or Sifu Chad, then you make those sorts of arrangements directly. Yeah, we're not so big that we need to do anything more fancier than that, which is quite nice. Yeah, the least amount of technology, the better. Now, I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel, simply so we can do subscriptions right within the channel. It just seems like a nice, convenient sort of feature. Seems like it, maybe not. Doesn't matter. But I won't know until we get, or we won't know until we get 1,000 subscribers. Then we could have access to that feature here on YouTube to have subscribers right here on the channel, which would be good. But until then, we'll just keep using Patreon. And I don't know. It's probably a good thing that those things are separate entities, right? Yeah. Boy, there's a whole philosophical conundrum that we probably need to address on the Outside Freak channel. That's for sure. All right, we're coming up on the last 10 minutes of this stream. If you have any questions, ask them now or forever hold your questions until our next stream. To reiterate, by next Friday, the weather may start cooperating with us. We like to do a stream every Friday at 9:30 a.m. California time, where we do martial art exercises open to the public. It's an open door for the first half hour. We do exercise-inspired martial arts, and then we all meet over on Patreon, and that's the private students. We do very specific Wing Chun or Chin Na grappling style exercises. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, there you go. You're at the right place. And again, you could join us over at patreon.com/Sifu Z. All right, said that enough times. Oh, am I stoked that we are coming out of winter. Yeah, winter is rough. Winter's a rough one. I can't do a lot of music because instruments don't like the weather. Yeah, instruments like only nice weather. So I'm really looking forward to the weather sort of evening out and this turning back into sunny California. It's not called sunny California for nothing because yeah, once it gets sunny, it gets too hot, too sunny, too hot. That's coming. But at least the instruments they don't mind too hot. I mean, they don't like the hot heat either. So we got to make sure that we don't bake the instruments, especially in a vehicle. Yeah, and we got to make sure that the instruments don't get exposed to extreme cold and moisture. Yeesh. So, and once the weather evens out, we also kind of bump up the training. We'll probably bump up from like twice a week. And heck, sometimes we'll even get it going 3 times a week. Yeah. Depending, it really depends on how many people join us. If the ball's rolling, right? And it actually depends less on that than it does just access to the technology. A lot of times I'm camped in areas where I'm reception challenged, so I don't have as much reception or enough reception to do a stream or whatnot. So sometimes that happens. We try to avoid those areas, especially in the spring and the summer. We're usually trying to find a nice area in the wilderness that also has cell reception, and that's when we really get going. Can get going up to about 3 times a week under those circumstances. We got plenty of battery, sun to charge the battery. We got power, we got reception. So that's what we're looking forward to. Hopefully that comes soon. And let's see, anything else? No, that's it. Yeah, hopefully the world can keep itself together during the technology wars. I mean, we are kind of in the midst of sort of a techno something or another, techno wars. Yeah, uh, probably going hand in hand with the economic wars and the war on homelessness and all these other destabilizing factors. So, with all of that, just remember, stay self-motivated to keep getting better, developing your health, getting more healthy, and doing all the things to maintain your health. And then it won't be so bad, right? All right. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me here. I'm Sifu Z. This is the Dirty Dojo, and I'll see you guys next week.